How much caffeine in a cup of coffee? When it comes to caffeine, there is a lot of misinformation out there. How much caffeine in a cup of coffee? Is decaf really caffeine-free? What about energy drinks? This video will set the record straight and give you a detailed guide to caffeine. After this, you will know how much caffeine in a cup of coffee. Caffeine is a central nervous system stimulant and is the world's most consumed psychoactive drug. According to the Mayo Clinic, most healthy adults can safely consume up to 400 milligrams of caffeine daily. But what does that actually look like in terms of your favorite beverages? Keep reading to find out. Caffeine has many benefits: dehydration prevention, fatigue and headaches treatment, improving performance in extreme sports, fitness, and workouts. Drinking coffee before your activity is believed to increase the energy your body will produce. You may have heard someone say, "I need my coffee this morning just to stay awake," meaning they won't function without caffeine. But how much caffeine is in a cup of coffee? How much caffeine is in a cup of coffee? It is common knowledge that coffee is the most consumed caffeinated drink in the world, but how much caffeine are we drinking when we have 1 cup of coffee? How much caffeine is too much? Everyone's different, and there are a lot of factors that can affect how your body reacts to coffee. Do you need more energy or feel like you cannot live without your morning coffee fix? A brief guide to show you how much caffeine is in a cup of coffee. Is caffeine addictive and socially acceptable in many food items and drinks? Caffeine is an addictive substance found in many food items and drinks. It is socially acceptable to consume caffeine, and it is often used as a way to stay awake and alert. Caffeine can have positive and negative effects on the body, and it is essential to be aware of how much caffeine you consume. Caffeine is a stimulant that affects the central nervous system. It can increase alertness, heart rate, and blood pressure. Caffeine can also lead to sleeplessness, anxiety, and irritability. Some people may experience withdrawal symptoms if they stop consuming caffeine suddenly. Caffeine is found in coffee, tea, energy drinks, soda, chocolate, and over-the-counter medications. The amount of caffeine in a cup of coffee can vary depending on the type of bean, the brewing method, and the cup size. A typical cup of coffee contains 95 to 200 milligrams of caffeine. It can be beneficial when it gives you the energy to keep going or reduce your level of fatigue. Caffeine can be a lifesaver when you're looking for an afternoon pick-me-up or struggling to get through your workday. This stimulant is found in coffee, tea, sodas, and energy drinks. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine, a neurotransmitter that makes you feel sleepy. It also increases the release of dopamine and norepinephrine, which can improve your mood and make you feel more alert. While caffeine has many benefits, it's essential to be aware of how much you're consuming. Too much caffeine can lead to jitters, anxiety, and insomnia. It can also worsen gastrointestinal issues like heartburn and irritable bowel syndrome. Pregnant women and people with certain medical conditions should also limit caffeine intake. The caffeine content of coffee varies depending on the type of bean, the brewing method, and the time the coffee is brewed. For example, Arabica beans contain less caffeine than Robusta beans. Black coffee generally has more caffeine than coffee with milk or cream. An espresso contains more caffeine per serving than regular drip coffee. Here is some measurement where you can know how much caffeine in a cup of coffee. Brewed coffee, 95 to 200 mg espresso, 63 mg decaf coffee, 2 to 12 mg coffee with milk or cream, 60 to 120 mg tea, 14 to 60 mg green tea, 24 to 40 mg. However, the caffeine in your drink may carry some unhelpful side effects, such as insomnia, headache, anxiety, and depression. While a cup of coffee in the morning can help wake you up and improve your focus, the caffeine in your drink may also cause unwanted side effects. These can include insomnia, headache, anxiety, and depression. If you find yourself experiencing any of these after drinking coffee, it's best to cut back on your intake or switch to decaf. However, the caffeine in your drink may carry some unhelpful side effects, such as insomnia, headache, anxiety, and depression. While these side effects are typically mild and resolve independently, it's essential to be aware of them. If you experience these side effects after drinking caffeine, reducing your intake or stopping caffeinated beverages altogether is best. Regular intake of caffeine contributes to daily bowel dysfunction. Caffeine is a stimulant that can speed up the digestive process and cause diarrhea. It can also irritate the lining of the intestines, leading to cramping and abdominal pain. While a cup of coffee or tea may not be enough to cause these symptoms in everyone, those who are sensitive to caffeine may experience them after just one cup. If you regularly drink caffeinated beverages and find that you're having difficulty with your bowel movements, it's worth cutting back on your intake to see if it makes a difference. Caffeine is a stimulant that can have positive and negative effects on the body. For some people, caffeine can help increase energy levels and focus. However, for others, caffeine can cause anxiety, jitters, and trouble sleeping. One of the less talked about side effects of caffeine is that it can contribute to daily bowel dysfunction. For those who are prone to constipation, caffeine can make things worse. Caffeine promotes gastrointestinal motility, which means it can speed up the movement of food through the digestive system. This can lead to diarrhea and abdominal discomfort. Additionally, caffeine is a diuretic, which helps the body get rid of excess fluid. This can lead to dehydration, which can further contribute to constipation. Thank you for watching. CoffeeEternal.com